Most people believe money can buy almost anything, but there are some losses that sit so deep inside a person, even billions cannot reach them. And on one unforgettable night, a billionaire searching for his daughter found her standing only a few feet away, not through detectives, not through technology, but through a melody he thought he would never hear again. The mansion sat above the coastline like something from another world. Warm golden light spilled across marble floors, luxury cars curved through the long driveway, champagne glasses clinked beneath towering chandeliers. The air carried the faint smell of expensive perfume and ocean salt drifting through open balconies. Every year, the guests waited for this party, politicians, actors, business leaders, and at the center of it all stood Daniel Whitmore, one of the richest men in America. To the world, he looked untouchable. Perfect suit, calm smile. A man who had conquered life itself. But people only saw the fortune. They never saw the empty room inside his house, or the photograph he still kept hidden in his study. Because 20 years earlier, Daniel had lost something no success could replace: his daughter. She disappeared during a devastating highway accident while traveling with her nanny. The vehicle was found, but she never was. Search helicopters filled the sky for weeks. Police followed every lead. News stations covered the story across the country. Nothing. No answers. No goodbye. Just silence. People told him what they always tell grieving parents: move forward, accept reality. Time heals. But grief does not follow logic, and fathers do not stop searching simply because the world becomes tired of the story. So every year, behind the celebration and flashing cameras, Daniel carried the same quiet ache. Maybe she was alive. Maybe somewhere she still existed. Hope had become painful, but he refused to bury it. That same night, moving quietly between guests, was a young waitress named Elena. No designer dress, no famous last name, just a black uniform and tired feet from working double shifts. She lived alone in a cramped apartment above an old grocery store. The radiator barely worked in winter. The hallway smelled faintly of old paint and dust. And some nights, city sirens echoed through her window long after midnight. Life had taught her how to survive, not how to dream safely. Her mother had died when Elena was 17, and before she passed, she left Elena with almost nothing. No inheritance, no family records, only one strange memory: a piano melody. Her mother used to play it at night when storms rattled the windows. She never explained where it came from, only this: if life ever feels too heavy, play this. And Elena did. Not for attention, not for money, for comfort, because some songs feel less like music and more like home. The party moved smoothly until suddenly, a problem. The hired pianist collapsed backstage from illness. Staff members rushed around nervously. Guests waited impatiently. Soft murmurs spread beneath the chandeliers. No music, no performance. The event coordinator panicked. Daniel stood quietly near the ballroom entrance. The schedule was unraveling, and then a voice, careful, almost hesitant. "I can play, if you need someone." Heads turned. It was Eleanor. For a second, the room felt colder. A waitress at a 7-foot concert piano? Several guests exchanged amused looks. One man even smirked. Daniel studied her. She looked nervous, but not dishonest. He gave a small nod. "Go ahead." Elena swallowed hard and walked toward the piano. The polished floor reflected the chandelier light beneath her feet. Her palms felt cold. The ballroom became impossibly quiet, and then she touched the keys. The first note drifted through the room, soft, gentle, almost fragile. And Daniel Whitmore froze. His hand stopped around his glass. His breathing changed. No, his mind rejected it immediately. Impossible. But then came the second phrase, and the third, and suddenly the ballroom disappeared. He was somewhere else, a small bedroom years ago, rain tapping against windows, a little girl sitting beside him at the piano, laughing, missing notes, tiny fingers pressing keys while he guided her hands. The same melody, the same lullaby, his daughter's lullaby, the one he had written himself, a song no publisher ever owned, no audience ever heard. Only two people knew it, him and his little girl. His pulse thundered in his ears. Around him, guests listened politely. But Daniel wasn't hearing a performance. He was hearing the past return. And for the first time in years, hope scared him. Because hope can be dangerous, especially when you've buried disappointment too many times. Still, he couldn't look away. Elena played with closed eyes, not perfectly, but honestly. And sometimes honesty sounds more powerful than perfection. The final note faded into silence. For one suspended moment, nobody moved. Then applause erupted. Glasses lifted. Guests smiled. But Daniel remained still. His eyes never left her. He crossed the ballroom slowly. The sound of applause faded behind him. When he reached the piano, his voice came out quieter than he expected. "Where did you learn that song?" Elena looked surprised. "My mom taught me." Daniel's chest tightened. "Did she tell you where it came from?" She shook her head. Only that it mattered. He stared at her. Too many questions crowded his mind, too many memories. Then he asked the one he had carried for decades. "What about your father?" Her expression changed, a familiar sadness. "I never knew him." The room suddenly felt smaller. Daniel said nothing because part of him was already afraid of the answer. And then, as Elena stepped away from the piano, her sleeve slipped back, just slightly. And Daniel saw it. A small crescent-shaped birthmark near her wrist. His breath disappeared. The world blurred. That mark. He knew that mark. He had kissed it countless times when she was a baby. His knees nearly weakened. For years he had searched through hospitals, records, private investigations, endless dead ends. And somehow she'd been standing in his ballroom carrying trays of champagne, not found by wealth, not found by influence, but by a forgotten song. His voice broke, almost a whisper. "Elena." She looked up. And what he said next shattered the distance between two strangers. I know who you are." The noise of the party faded. The chandeliers still glowed. The ocean still moved beyond the windows, but neither of them noticed. Because sometimes life changes quietly. Not with fireworks, but with recognition. A melody, a memory, a mark the heart never forgets. And in a room filled with powerful people, the most extraordinary thing that night was not money. It was a father discovering that hope, against every reason, had survived long enough to lead him home. Some people search the world for miracles, never realizing that hope itself is already won. The strange thing about life is that what we lose does not always disappear. Sometimes it waits, and sometimes it returns when we have almost forgotten how to believe.